Hi guys, it's Thomas here, and today I'm going to bring you a Fiendsmith Chimera combo video. Here, in the first combo, I'm going to show you that Fiendsmith can give you access to your Chimera part of the deck. Here we have a Fiendsmith Engraver and a discard for this combo. We're going to activate Engraver to add a Tractus and activate Tractus to add a Lurry from deck to hand, discard him and trigger its effect in the graveyard to special summon him. Send it to the graveyard as link material for Requiem and the Requiem effect to summon a Fiendsmith from deck. Now activate Fiendsmith in graveyard, shuffle Lurry back to special summon itself, and activate Tractus to fuse both into a Lacrimosa effect to target a Fiendsmith and summon him back on the board. Next, link summon using both into a Sequentia, and we're going to activate Sequentia, shuffling the Link 1 and a Fiendsmith to summon a Aerial Ether. Aerial Ether on Fusion Summon can send a Fiend from deck to the graveyard. We're going to do just that and send a Baphomet. Then link summon our two monsters into a Muckraker from the Underworld. Muckraker is going to target our Berfomet, discard a card from hand to summon him. Now we're locked into Fiend, but Berfomet gets to activate his effect and add a Beast level 4 in Gazelle and a Chimera Fusion. Since we started with discard Fiendsmith, we have still our normal summon. We can normal summon Gazelle, and Gazelle is going to add a Chimera Fusion, or could also add another Big Wing to have one more card in hand to Chimera Fuse with. We're going to next activate one of our Chimera Fusion to fuse Muckraker and Beast into a Berfomet. Berfomet Chailing 1, Beast Chailing 2. Beast is going to add a Cornfield, since we haven't yet had an option to have it in circle. And Berfomet is going to send a Swordknight. Next, discard Cornfield to add another Swordknight. And next, what we can do is we can add back Chimera Fusion and activate from the graveyard our Aerial Ether, banishing a Fiendsmith and a Lacrimosa to special summoning back and have one more body for our fusion. We're going to set both the fusion spell, and this is the end of the combo. Now, in the second combo of the video, I'm going to show you that Fiendsmith Tract is also a combo starter. We're going to activate Tractus to add a Lurry and discard him, affecting graveyard to summon back on the field, and link him into a Fiendsmith Requiem. Requiem is going to summon the Fiendsmith, and now activate Requiem from the graveyard to attach him to the Fiendsmith. Send both to the graveyard to fusion summon Necroquip Princess, and now that Fiendsmith is in the graveyard, we can activate his effect and summon him by shuffling Lurry. Send both to the graveyard into a Sequentia. Sequentia is going to shuffle back the Fiendsmith and the Link 1 to summon a Aerial Ether, and is going to send a Berfomet. Link summon using both into a Muckraker. Muckraker target Berfomet to summon him, and Berfomet add a Beast and a Chimera Fusion. Now we're going to normal summon the Beast and activate her effect to add a Chimera Fusion. Activate a Chimera Fusion to fuse into a Fiend, a Berfomet, Berfomet 1, Beast 2. We're going to add a Cornfield, and Berfomet is going to send a swordknight. Next, we're going to activate Chimera Fusion to add it back to hand and discard Cornfield from hand to add another swordknight. But this time we don't have the monsters in the graveyard even to try to summon a aerial eater, so is just going to stay in the graveyard. We're going to set 2 Chimera Fusion and end the turn. Now, as you can imagine, Fiendsmith is not just a starter for the deck, is also a really good extender. Let's take, for example, the worst case scenario, when we normal summon a swordknight and we get ashed on it. We lose the body, we lose actually a lot of things. We can just activate Fiendsmith from hand and add a Tractus, activate Tractus to add Lurie, and discard him. Special summon him back, and use him to summon a Requiem. Requiem is going to summon a Fiendsmith from deck and activate Fiendsmith, shuffle Lurie back and summon himself, link both into a Sequentia. Sequentia is going to shuffle the link 1 and a Fiendsmith to summon a Aerial, and Aerial is sending a Berfomet, summon a Macracker to summon Berfomet back and activate his effect. This time we don't have a normal summon, but we're just going to activate the fusion spell to fuse the Macracker and the Beast to summon Berfomet. Berfomet 1, Gazelle 2. This time we can add a Tau the Chanter to hand, and we can send a swordknight, activate Chimera Fusion to add it back. At the end of the combo, we'll still have a Fiendsmith in the graveyard that can shuffle Sequentia to play next turn, and we can discard Tau when we have to fusion summon to summon back another illusion and bring back with Berfomet Tau on the board. Fiendsmith is not the only one that can help you play through Handtrap. Tractus also does a reasonable job at it. We're going to normal summon a Gazelle, and let's assume it gets hit by a Veiler or an Ash. It doesn't really make difference in this case. We're going to activate Tractus to add Lurie and discard it, bring him back with his effect, and utilize him for a Requiem. Requiem is going to summon a Fiendsmith from deck. Next, we're going to link both into a Sequentia, and Sequentia is going to shuffle Beast and Lurie to summon this time a Berfomet, the Mythical King, who's going to send a Berfomet of the main deck to the graveyard, activate Fiendsmith to summon himself by shuffling one. Now we're going to activate Tractus to fuse Sequentia and Fiendsmith into a Lacrimosa. Lacrimosa target the Fiendsmith to special summon it, and send both to the graveyard to summon a Macracker. This way, Lacrimosa can put back Sequentia to burn 12,000 life damage, Macracker to special summon back Berfomet, discarding one, and Berfomet is going to activate to add a Chimera Fusion and a Beast from deck to hand. Next, activate Chimera Fusion, and this time we're going to fuse Macracker and Beast, but we're going to summon a Magnus the Reliever. Beast is going to trigger to add a Cornfield, activate Cornfield to discard himself and add a swordknight, activate from graveyard a Chimera Fusion to add it back, and we're going to set it. Also here, ideally, to keep all of our interaction, we would need another monster in hand to be able to Chimera Fusion into Guardian Chimera and putting a Swordknight in the graveyard while berfomet is still on board, and also Magnum, since he needs the fusion spell in the graveyard. Fiendsmith can also help a starter like berfomet, since first of all, if he resolves, or if Tractus resolves, you have a monster to tribute for his summon, and also, as you can see here, you can protect yourself from Veiler, and somewhat from Ash. You can activate Tractus to add Lurie, and discard it, summon him back, and use him to link summon the Link 1. Requiem is going to summon Fiendsmith, and Fiendsmith from graveyard is going to put him back to summon himself. We're going to link both into a Sequentia, and Sequentia with the Fiendsmith and the Link 1 into Lacrimosa effect to summon the last Fiendsmith in the graveyard. Here, for the first time in the video, we're going to summon a Little Knight. Next, we're going to summon berfomet. We're going to have berfomet 1 and Lacrimosa 2, so we're protecting ourselves from Ash on berfomet. And we're protecting berfomet from Veiler with Little Knight, since we can banish both. Here, so, we have to keep playing the need to have a Fiend or an Illusion already in hand to fuse with the Chimera Fusion and the Beast that we just added. Let's say we have another Fiendsmith. We're going to fuse both into a Chimera King, Gazelle 1 and Chimera 2 to discard. We're going to add a Cornfield. We're going to activate Chimera Fusion to go back to hand, activate Cornfield to discard itself, and add a Swordknight that we still don't have in the graveyard. Activate Chimera Fusion to fuse both into berfomet. Berfomet is going to send from deck to graveyard a Tau, and Tau is going to special summon Knight from the graveyard. Now we can activate Knight to summon a Beast that is going to add us another copy of Chimera Fusion. We're going to set this copy of Chimera Fusion, and during the end phase we're going to get back berfomet and Little Knight. For this combo we're going to open Edge Imp and Tractus. Tractus is going to add Lurie, discard Lurie, trigger Lurie to summon itself, link summon into a Requiem to summon a Fiendsmith. Now we're going to attach Requiem to send both to the graveyard and summon a Necroquip. Fiendsmith is going to put back Lurie to special summon himself from the graveyard, and now we're going to normal summon Chain and link summon a Sequentia. Chain will trigger to add as a Patchwork, and we're going to activate that Patchwork to add another Edge Imp and a Polymerization from deck to hand. Next, activate Sequentia to shuffle back a Fiendsmith and the Link 1 to summon a Aerial Ether. Aerial Ether is going to send a berfomet. We're going to link both into a Macracker, and Macracker is going to target berfomet. Discard Edge Imp. Berfomet triggers on summon to add 2. Now we're going to activate Chimera Fusion to fuse Macracker and Beast to summon a Magnum the Reliever. Activate Gazelle to add a Cornfield, and activate Cornfield to discard himself and add a Swordknight. And since a monster was sent to the graveyard from the hand to activate effect, we can activate the Necroquip Princess effect, and we're going to choose to draw one card. Next, activate Polymerization, fusing the Necroquip that we've already used and a swordknight from hand to summon a berfomet. Berfomet is going to send from deck to graveyard, why not, a Fiendsmith, and we're going to activate Sequentia to attach it to Magnum, since he is actually a light fiend. Activate Chimera Fusion to add itself back, and activate Magnum effect to put back Poly and draw one from the top of the deck.